Hi, Renee. How are you? Well, I just got home. I went to the hospital last night around 10:30. Home to like 4:30, and then I had to take a shower because my womb area. Oh my God! Nobody said it. Nobody else said they smelled it, but I did, and it smelled bad. Wow, man. How are you doing? My hubby fixed barbecue chicken, corn and rice with gravy. So I'm eating that right now. I know that's right. How is she doing? You'll be right over. Um. So what is she telling the children? Oh, yeah, it is. It is good, and I'm extremely hungry. So normally, what I have on my plate, which is like one drumstick, a little bit of corn, something like a child would eat. Um, something like a child would eat, and normally I would be full off of it, but I don't think so today because I'm really hungry for some reason. Yeah, I do have one today for some reason. I guess because pain meds they gave me in the hospital today. Well, yeah, this morning. Maybe that's what's causing it. I don't know. But when we left the hospital, my husband took me to McDonald's and I got some breakfast for then, and I ate that. How am I feeling? Well, when I went to the hospital last night, my pain level was probably at like a 7.5. And when I left the hospital last night, my pain level was still a 7.5. Um, and they gave me some. I think it was. I think she said a hydrocodone right before I left the hospital, and it didn't affect me in any way. I came home. I was able to take a bath, a shower, change my dressings on my wounds, and at no time did I um, feel drowsy or anything like that. And right now, today, because I've been in bed, haven't been moving around, I'm probably at a 6 now, 6.5. And that's probably due to other medications I take, that's what's got it down to a 6. Hi, Susan. Susan, how are you? So, Susan, Renee and I are just talking about my visit to the hospital last night, this morning, and me eating my food. Mm-mm. So, um, that's about what I'm feeling like. Um, like the nurse said, she told me, this is just a trial. This is just a step in the healing process. And everybody keeps saying, well, just think about how your stomach is going to look once all the everything go away and da da da. And I said, yeah, but it's just a process. Like I was supposed to be able to in a couple of days start back working out. Um, excuse how I say this, be a wife to my husband, um, all that kind of stuff. And then my class reunion is on the 16th of August. So now um, I'm pushed back probably for another 2 months. Probably I think by the end of August maybe I'll be healed. Um, where the outside is closed, and I probably still have some inside healing to do, but I'll probably be able to do more then than I am right now. Um, and all in all, it'll wash out in the end. So Susan Renee has said that she found out her daughter cancer has moved into her stomach, and so we need to keep praying for her and her daughter that God will perform a miracle and heal her body, and she will be able to be there for her children. And the words say, "Where two or three are gathered, and they agree, it shall be done." So prayerfully, it will be. Hey, Cassandra, if you just came in, um, we're talking about Renee's daughter cancer has spread to her stomach, and we want to lift her up in prayer, both of them up in prayer, and talk about my trip to the hospital last night, and my food that I'm eating because I'm truly, truly hungry. Yeah, I've never eaten this much on my plate. I mean, it wasn't none but a little bit of corn and a little bit of rice and that. And I've never eaten that much since my weight loss surgery. But for some reason, I'm eating and I'm still growling. My stomach is still growling. So, um, the doctor said that my wound looks good. Everybody keeps saying that, but I can't see it. Um, and um, oh wow, wow, Susan, how is your friend doing? Prayerfully she'll be okay. You need to make sure you monitor her real well, because you know what they say, when you be married to a certain individual for so many years and they pass away, that you yourself, that the spouse that's left living, um tends to pass away not too long after them, because they're depressed. So um yeah, I can only imagine. So keep her lifted up and be there for her, because she's gonna need a friend, a true friend, to be there with her, and not just through the funeral, but for days after the funeral, months after the funeral. Call her, have her laughing, you know, get her out the house, because she's not gonna want to leave the house, but get her out the house. If you don't do anything but um go to eat, or go to a park or something, and just let her talk. And if she want to talk and cry, just listen to her, just be there. um she's entitled to do that. She's entitled. um my sister's um husband mom passed away yesterday morning, and of cancer as well. So she's in New Orleans. So her husband left today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He flew out there, and her and the children are going on Friday. So it's hard on everybody. Um, my sister and her mother-in-law was not on real good terms when she passed away, because um, her husband was cheating on her, and his mom let him come over to her house and be with this other woman. And so when my sister found out, she was hurt. Oh yeah, well, at least Susan, she is a good friend. She was there for you through a tough time. So now it's your time to be there for her. But my sister, she wasn't on good terms with her mother-in-law, because her mother-in-law allowed her husband and the husband mistress to shack up at her house, and she knew everything was going on. And her and my sister had a really, really, really tight relationship. They were very, very close. She talked to her more on the phone and went and saw her more than she did her own mom. And so when she found out that had happened, that was the case, then she started harboring bad feelings for her mother-in-law, and they disconnected. So once she got sick, she was here. She got sick, and so she ended up going back to New Orleans to stay with one of her sons. And they were talking again, but the relationship was never the way it was before all that had happened. And so, when someone passes away and you already care about them, but then they pass away during a time when you and them are not at in good standings. And that's a little bit about You're so welcome, Renee. Um, I know this group right here is like a little small intimate group. Well, I'm fine with that because that's what I wanted Diva's Talk Time to be, something up intimate um with with my with my followers. And so I understand that this is not everybody's cup of tea, and that's why I want to try to um get more people to come in. Yes, he does, Susan. Yes, he does. God does do that. And I was telling my sister last when her mother-in-law passed away that um it her and her husband are still married. Um Her husband doesn't want a divorce. Um he he ended up getting the woman pregnant that he was okay. She well he ended up getting the girl pregnant, and so my sister didn't she didn't take him back. She wanted to come back, but she didn't. But they haven't gotten a divorce. He doesn't want a divorce. Um and the other young lady feel threatened by my sister because she still is um his wife. And so the family in New Orleans don't really care for the girl. They still, you know, stay in contact with my sister and all that. And so this is like a tough time. This is a tough time for her and her children and her husband. Oh God, my knee. I'm trying to straighten my knee out. Mm. So that's why that's why I try to treat everybody well. And if I have a disagreement with a person, like my best friend that passed away not too long ago, um, she and I was in a place that our friendship wasn't as tight and as strong as it was in the beginning. And that's because her husband told us this. He said, I don't feel, no, Siri, I'm not talking to you. He said that we shouldn't go into business together because it was going to affect our friendship. And of course, we was like, oh no, we've been through so much together, and yada yada yada. And business is not going to affect us. We will be able to determine what's business. Keep the business side of business and keep the friendship. Well, that didn't happen, and business caused a rift in our relationship. And then she is my daughter's godmother and also my daughter's children's godparents. And so um my daughter was living in Raleigh, where she still is. She went back to Raleigh, and because my friend was my best friend and her godmother and stuff, she chose to, look out for her. And that became stressful to her, looking after um, my daughter while she was in Raleigh. So that caused more of a rift in our relationship. But deep down inside, she always knew that I loved her, and I knew she loved me. And her husband just kept telling me at the funeral, she loved you, Ida, she loved you, she loved you. And I was like, I know. It wasn't a fact that we wasn't compatible anymore in friendship. It was just we had got into an awkward, awkward, awkward place in our friendship and in our life. And because of that, she passed away. And she called me. I think I told you guys, she called me the day before she passed away, and I missed her call. And me seeing that later on that day, knowing that I was going there in 2 days, that I would be able to, surprise her and go see her, but it didn't work out that way. And yeah, Susan, we need to keep lifting everybody up in our groups in prayer, because prayer, like I said, when two or three are gathered in the midst, then God is in there as well. So we have to continue to do that. We have to continue to pray for one another, and we have to continue to um, we just have to continue to be there for each other, and be there in a sincere manner, not in a manner of, oh, I want to know what's going on, so I'm going to, act like I'm going to be there for them, but I just really want to find out what's going to go on behind the scenes. And unfortunately, there is a lot of that goes around. Nosy box, trying to be um, fake friends, uh, just to know, get to know what is going on with someone. So um, I think, well, we had a couple of other people to come in, but they left, and I was going to try to find out what was going on with them, but some people, like I said, this isn't their cup of tea. If it's not gossip, then they click off from it, because to them, it's nothing valuable for them to um, be here and communicate with. I mean, and they'd be surprised that if they stay and communicate with us, they'd be surprised um, what they would get, what there's, because sometimes we don't even know what our soul needs. Sometimes we stumble upon what we need. Yes, that's so true, Renee. Until they need an ear, they come. But sometimes we stumble upon what we need. Sometimes we feel in our spirit man that there's a imbalance somewhere, and we don't actually know exactly where it's at or how to pinpoint it, because um, sometimes we're like our own worst enemy as our own worst critics. And sometimes when you sit in a place and you're listening to others, in our case, reading and listening to others on what's going on in their life, and someone may say or type something that resonate with your spirit, and then you will have that inner peace with yourself, because your spirit man had connected to what it needed. And so That's why I look at some blogs, and that's why I 6 9 6 9 soup auntie. I don't understand who 6 9 soup auntie. Um, I don't know who that is. Who's well? Welcome 6 9, because this is the first time I've seen you here on our live, and welcome. And here we talk about anything from A to Z, whatever the situation is. The topic right now, what we're really talking about, is being there for each other, and making sure that you are being a genuine friend and being a genuine person just as a whole. And we're also talking about people come into this group and they stay for a minute or 30 seconds or whatever, and they don't hear gossip, so they leave. And sometimes something is wrong going on within them internally, and they need a word, but they're so tied up in getting the gossip or the 411 that they leave the group before they see if God connects them with someone in the group that will be able to help them with that need that their spirit man needs. Oh, 6 9, are you in prison, or are you about to have trial or something to that nature? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, I will say this: I lend prayer to anyone. I was a correctional officer, correctional sergeant for 10 years, and I do understand the struggles that the young men that are incarcerated go through, and I understand that um, sometimes you do stuff when you're young. September 2019. Well, as and sometimes you do things. How old are you? 6 9, you there? But anyway, if you're there, sometimes we do stuff when we're a younger age, and we don't realize the consequences that could come behind our actions at that age. 23. Oh, wow. The only positive, if you have to serve 40 years, which I can't say what you did. I don't know what you did. But if you have to, you still have a lot of time in your life. You'll be 73. It's not a live video. It's just chat, like a chat group. I'm the only one that you can see. Everybody else is typing things, and we just reading each other's comments. We read each other's comments. Um, that was good, babe. I ate all of it. Thank you. My husband is so good to me. So good. I'm he's a tough one, but he's a tough one. But when the rubber meets the road, I can tell that he truly loves me. And he had to close on some property today, but he was at the hospital with me. Um, yes, Susan, it sure is. He was at the hospital with me until 4:30 this morning, and then he got up at 8 to go take care of what he needed to take care of. So um, I constantly thank God for him and what he is to me, and that uh, I'm just happy that I have who I have because of what I've been through in the past. he he might he might would, but but him knowing him, his answer would be, well, when I have time to do it, I have to do this, I got to do that. But in his mindset, he would say, especially if I say, "Babe, I need to go to New Jersey. It's important." And he would stop what he's doing and think about a way that he can accomplish that to get me there. And so he's good about that. So yeah, he would, if it was a diehard emergency and I asked him, he would try to find a way to do it. Um so yes. Babe, they said thank you for feeding that sister. Oh, Texas. Now that's his stomping ground. He grew up in Texas. He was born in South Carolina, but he grew up in Texas. I can't even think of the name of the park that he grew up in, but he grew up in Texas. And matter of fact, he was just in Texas when I was in the hospital. He had to go to Texas because his aunt that raised him passed away. So yeah, he'll swing by Texas. But yes, he is. And I was gonna ask you, Cassandra, you said that is not the real 6ix9ine. So you believe somebody hacked 6ix9ine account? Because I don't know who 6ix9ine is. And I do know like I do know that inmates try to pretty much, I guess we call it catfish. Oh, it was a troll. Oh, okay. Uh, I try to see what their demeanor is, and when they ask to join a video chat, it'll probably just to find a female that they can get to um, visit them and send them money and stuff to that nature. Because pretty much when I ask, yeah, Renee, yes. And that's sad. It is, Susan. It is. It's sad. And um, I know some institution do allow inmates to get online, but they monitor them like really closely on what they're on, and um, some of them take advantage of that, and they do catfish women. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Hus. We don't need nobody in here that's making inappropriate things and looking for stuff that is not really looking for something that they don't need to be looking for in our group. I know that's right. Whew. Lord Jesus, that was a nightmare. And the young lady that brought the account for the $1,500, she and I are still in contact with each other because she's out of her $15,000. I mean her $1,500, and she needs help with getting. I don't know, Susan. He's 23. He might want him a cougar. Mm, You know, these young guys, especially ones that's incarcerated, think that we older women, um, that we are lonely, depressed, sad, and we'll fall for anything, and that we'll fall for anything, and that's a lot of what they do. Especially ones that can be on the internet, they troll the internet to. I wonder. Mm, Well, I'm gonna change the subject right quick. My foster daughter and I have not been speaking to each other for a while now, and I've been trying to get to see my granddaughters because I miss seeing them, and they're growing up, and um the oldest may still, the oldest may know who Yaya is, but the baby, I'm pretty much a stranger to the baby, because she was like months when my foster daughter and I uh, had our fallout, and my goddaughter. Um, How old are you, Cassandra? But my goddaughter, well, one of my goddaughters, um, babysits for my goddaughter, and I mean my foster daughter, and I called her or texted her and asked her to call my daughter and asked her if I can see the girls, but I haven't gotten a reply back yet, so I'm gonna try again. Oh yeah. Oh well. Yeah. But only about one year. I'm for. I'm 49 right now. My body feel like it's 99. Ooh, it's bad when you have feel like thousands of needles sticking you in your back, and feel like knives are stabbing you in your stomach. And so um, either way you move, it is painful. Now I got 2 cups of juice. My granddaughter, she she got me juice before she left to go to football practice with her brother and her cousin. And then my husband brought me juice in my coffee mug or my tea mug, and everything. Give thanks. I like this pattern. I have like several ones. It's like a black and white one, a blue and white one, and Sharon, she's so fabulous. She has the smaller versions of these. Mm, I don't know if yes, yes. My class reunion is next month, and then it's gonna be um my birthday is in January, so from next month on, I'm gonna go ahead and plan it. It's not gonna be anything major. It's just gonna be dinner and you know, dressy dinner, and like I would say a what grown and sexy. Well, not sexy. Well, yeah, sexy. A grown and sassy, or grown and something attire party. So, no jeans, no sneakers, and you have to. And it would be nice if you had someone to come with, and because it's going to be some dancing and um just hanging out like a so just hanging out and having laughs and fun. So I'm not into the loud banging music and all that kind of stuff. I like sultry, common music. I like R&B and jazz, and some, I like line dances. Um, I think the line dance that I should know right now is that can't nobody tell me I got my horses in my back. Whatever that song is, because my grandchildren, they listen to it over and over and over. One listen to it, then the other one listen to it, then the other one. Then they have it going all at the same time at different parts in the song, and it is nerve wracking. And my granddaughter has a YouTube channel. It's called I'm Just Kiona. So if you guys would go over and subscribe to her channel, I think her channel is in the link of the description box here. And if it's not, then I'm gonna put it in there. But it is on Design on a Dollar. It is in the description bar there. And she her focus is on likes. She loves to see people like her videos. She looks at all these people that have hundreds or thousands or millions of subscribers, and they have 1,000 likes or whatever. And her thing is, she always say, um, "Why can't I have all this many likes?" And then I said, "Well, Kiona, you got to go at your own pace." And I said, "Have you checked your channel lately?" And she said, "No." And day before yesterday, she had 10 subscribers. Yesterday, when she checked it, she had 11 subscribers. And I said, "See, I said, you growing. So, just keep doing what you're doing, and it'll get out there and you'll start getting likes." But she does a lot of 2-minute videos. She'll pop in and tell you, how she's doing, or she'll give you her version of a some advice. And sometimes, I listen to her, and my grandchildren, even the nurse comes in and she says, "Oh, your grandchildren are so well spoken." And I say, "Yes, their mom doesn't allow them to talk broken English, or um, they go to the Boys and Girls Club." And my grandson, when he came here for the summer in the beginning, he would say, "What the freak? What the freak?" And I kept saying, "Keyshawn, that don't say that. I know what you want to say, but don't say that." I said, "Because one day you're going to slip up and you're going to say the word." Sure enough, last week he's sitting here playing the game, and right at the finish line, somebody passed him, so he got in second place. So he was like, "What the F?" And I said, "Keyshawn, what did you just say?" He said, he was like a deer in the headlight. And so he kept saying, he said this, he said that. And I said, "No, I know what you said." So I said, "Kiona, did you hear what your brother said?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, I'm giving you permission to say what he said." And she said it. So he said, "What the F?" And I said, "Okay." I told him to turn off the game. I said, I ain't say a bunch of nothing to him. I called his mom, and his mom said, Keyshawn, what did I tell you? And then I felt sorry because their mom don't play. She is a tough cookie. No, 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 no. I know to I know I don't. I know I don't. But I gotta go see you. You just don't know. My class of '89. Renee, my mom she is doing okay. She has her days where think she has like a little onset of dementia or something. But for the most part, she is okay. And we are trying to get her into it's not assisted living, it's more of um a community of older people, and it's like a tower. It's not a tower anymore. It used to be a tower, but they took the tower down and made it sort of look like condos. And so we're trying to get her into there so that she doesn't have the big house or the yard to take care of or anything to that nature. And so and we told her that she does wrong a lot, and so my older sister have to call me and say, you need to call mama and scare her because she's not acting right. And for some reason I'm the authority person in our family, and pretty much um all my family call on me a lot. And so my mom knows that this I'm a lot of my mom, strong, independent, well, you know, diverse or whatever. And so when I call her, I'll say, Ma, what you doing? And she'll say, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I say, stop fibbing. Yes, you are. Tell me what you're doing. Well, I might be. Da, 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 da. And I say, well, do you want to go into, that's her worst fear, that we're going to put her into a nursing home, which we won't. We wouldn't put her in a nursing home. Um, no, we wouldn't do that to her. And we're trying to let her, but we're trying to let her stay on her own for as long as we can because she likes her independence. She likes her own space. She likes to be able to have her friends over, and if she move in with me, that she won't be able to do a lot of the things that she does now. Um, My mom has chronic pain, so you know what they say is good for chronic pain, the chronic stuff, and that stuff gives me a migraine, and I just don't care for it to be in my house or to be outside of my house where my neighbors would be able to smell it. So she knows she won't be able to do that, and she's been sick before, and the doctor told her that she doesn't need to drink beer anymore, not even one, because at first they was telling her she can have one beer, but now they tell her she can't have that. And so she knows that when she's here that that's going to be enforced. And so she feels like she's in a prison when she's here, which she's not. She's free to go and say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Or, she's free to have company come over as long as the company, respect my house and respect my rules. And so she doesn't want to stay with me because she said I live too far out, which I don't live no farther than right now from my mom. I probably live 10 minutes, maybe 12. but she said I live too far out. And my brother, my oldest brother, the one that's right under me, um, he said mom can move over there, but it'll be the same thing. She'll still have those same restrictions and stuff. And then my oldest sister, her house is not big enough for my mom and everybody to stay there. And one of my sisters has lupus, so she has to have someone to stay with her, and so that's not going to work. And then my other sister, uh, she has her daughters there with her, and she had my mom for probably 6 months when her house messed up, and her and mama bumped heads a lot. So she don't really want mom to stay with her. And then my baby brother, he lives in Raleigh, and that will probably be where she would love to stay, because she would probably be able to break the most rules there. But none of us are going to give her anything that the doctor says she can't have, because she could have one beer and die from having that one beer. I can't remember what the alcohol is will do to her, but my mom probably only weighs maybe 50, no, maybe 80 pounds soaking wet. And I may be exaggerating. She may weigh 100 pounds, but I doubt it. So yeah, she's doing okay. I just thank God she's still here, and um, that the era is, my mom is getting older, and um, she is the matriarch, and she's the matriarch and the whatever the woman is. She's both of them. And pretty much, Renee. Yep. They call me Debo. They call me Debo. My sister, my oldest sister, her best friend called me and said, Ida TG has been bleeding from her nose all day and a day and a half now, and she's been having throwing up blood clots. And I took her to Craven Regional Hospital, and they didn't do anything. They packed it and sent her home. And I said, they didn't do no tests, they ain't do anything. And she was like, no, they didn't. I said, well, I tell you what, you call EMS and have EMS to come get her and send her right back out there. And then that way they have to do more tests, because she came in through with the rescue service. And so she didn't think I could see her on the video camera. So she was shaking her head no to her friend. And I said, I don't know what you shaking your head no for. I said, don't make me have to try to come get out of here and come over there. And she was like, you can see me. I said, yep, I sure can. So I said, I'm going to call you back in 30 minutes. That'll give EMS time enough to get there, get you at the hospital. And if you're not at the hospital, then I'm coming, and you getting out of that house. And so her best friend took her to Greenville, North Carolina, because their hospital is a cutting edge above ours, and also the care is better. So when I called her back, I can tell she was at the hospital, but they had took her to Greenville Hospital. And so I asked her, what was going on, and she said that she had a stent put in probably 2 months ago. She was having chest pains and arm numbness, and she went to the doctor, and they told her one of her valves were closed and she needed a stent, so she had to get a stent. And what was is that she had medications that help coagulate. I can't even talk. The blood, and she wasn't taking it. She wasn't taking her meds. She wasn't taking either one of her meds. And so they said that um, since she hadn't been taking the meds, her blood wasn't able to clot the way it should. So she was bleeding. She was bleeding with her nose and having the blood clots, and that was something that they didn't want her to have, is the blood clots, because one could uh, travel the wrong way, and but thank God it didn't, and she, you know, was able to slow down. They packed her nose and put some type of tubing in, and so thank God that she had a friend that she had, and her friend was really concerned about her and made sure that she got the care that she needs. And so I'm forever grateful to her friend, but her best friend ain't going anywhere at all. And that's a best friend. That's the type of best friend you want. And I'm mad at mine. The only one I had left. Her birthday was the other day, and I tried to call her and she ain't answer. Like, she all on Facebook dancing, doing a line dance, and so she's supposed to be coming here soon. But anyway, back to my class. My class is like this. I mean, we are like this. Our class is tight, and that's no joke. We call each other. We talk to each other. If one of our classmates needs something, we there for them. If one of them are sick, we visit. Um, if one of their parents is sick or passed away, we there for them. And the assistant district attorney, or is he the assist, or is he the district attorney now? I think he may be the district attorney now, is in my class. And then I have a lawyer, a judge that's in my class. And of course we got several lawyers and several doctors that's in our class. And it's just it's great. It's great to see each other. And then, you know, you, us the basketball. We have a iconic picture that we take every class reunion. The girls basketball team, the five starters. We always, take our picture together, and um, just different areas that, like, if you was associated with a certain group, you took your pictures together. And it's like when we get together, we right back in high school, and we have fun. I mean, we have fun. Granted, I'm not going to be able to dance or anything to that nature. um and it would just be a thing to see everybody. And yeah, I just want to see everybody. So I'm going to my reunion. A lot of my classmates know, about my machine, and like, I'm mad because I we have an all white party on Saturday, and I had this nice, sexy jumpsuit to wear that half of my stomach was out and half of my back was out, and oh, I just knew I was gonna be the bomb.com, but can't even wear it because of the machine now. I have to wear something two piece. So I had to bring out something flowy that I've had for a few years now. Um, and it's big. It's going to be huge because the pants, I looked at them last night, is a 24. And I wear like a 16, 18 now. So I'm going to probably have to, I will, Susan, I'm going to probably have to take them up in the waist, Now I like the bagginess part as far as the legs, like the gaucho type look. But yes, um, yeah, I want to see my classmates. And this year we're not having a basketball game. We having a the guys are going golfing, or whoever want to go golfing, and the girls or whoever want to do wine and design is doing wine and design on Saturday, and then Saturday night is the white party. And I think that's the only night that I will stay down at the beach, would be Saturday night with my husband, because Sunday morning we have a breakfast before we, depart our ways. And so Saturday I'm gonna go and get my mug and my packet, and of course I want to take pictures with my classmates. And so yeah, but I'm not going to do a lot of hugging people and being around people that's drinking, or well, I be around people that's drinking, but I'm be mindful so I won't get anything spilled on me. Oh, I will. I'm gonna wear. I'll still have my wound vac on and everything. Um, I was trying to figure out ways to camouflage it, and the only way I can think to camouflage it is to take a big designer purse and put it inside the purse along with part of the tube, and then just you know I'll be holding the purse all night, holding a purse all night to you know conceal it. But yeah, and I'm probably going to put extra barrier on as well. Put an extra barrier on, so I'll have that for protection too. Yes, I know. So guys, I don't like to keep you longer than an hour, because I like to be mindful of family time and family dinner and things to that nature. And I'm going to try to watch one of my shows on TV before my grands get back from the football practice, which when they get back from football practice, they got to take their showers, they have to eat. And then they're going to be, Yaya, can I have your phone? Or Yaya, can we play a game? Or Yaya, can we watch this? Or so I'm gonna try to watch something on not on my Fire Stick, on my DVR that I have recorded before they get back. So remember to keep our sisters in prayer. Cassandra, Renee, Renee's daughter, um, Susan friend. Um, just remember to keep everybody that has prayer requests out. Keep them lifted up in prayer. And um, at any given time, if y'all need to talk to me, just um, either messaging me on that messenger, the Facebook messenger, and that's on the Ida Gibbs Evans, or you can email me at um, what is it? Um, Either design on a dollar budget, or the Gmail one that I have listed, and I will get in contact with you to talk. So yes, it has been Renee. Um, Good night, Susie. So y'all be looking out for a video on design on a dollar, and Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I will see y'all on next Monday. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh Lord, I'm trying to touch the screen.